KQNY Radio News is supported by a generous grant from the Feather River Community Fund. More information about their programs and activities is online at featherrivercommunityfund.org. The news is also brought to you by Heat Transfer Systems. They can be reached at 530-283-3665 for all HVAC needs including conventional, geothermal, ductless systems, and more. We're also supported by Hunt Propane, providing bulk propane deliveries to residences and businesses at 530-283-9062, and Feather Financial, here to help with insurance, tax preparation, and accounting services. They're at 530-283-2341 and online at featherfinancial.com. Sierra Pacific Industries is committed to sustainable forest management and also supports KQNY Radio News. Information about career opportunities with SPI is available at 530-283-2820 and online at spi-ind.com/employment.
In partnership with the Plumas Sun, this is KQNY Radio News.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Tommy Miles. The state team estimates that Plumas Unified will have an $8.7 million budget shortfall this year as the district works to catch up on its audits, and the Plumas County Board of Supervisors will be filling the CAO and HR director vacancies. Stay tuned for those stories and more on this edition of KQNY Radio News. A 2-month investigation into Plumas Unified School District's financial situation by the Fiscal Crisis Management Assistance Team has reported a projected $8.7 million budget shortfall for the 2024-25 school year. The independent state agency projects the shortfall will grow to around $24 million over the next 3 years, and that leaves the PUSD school board with no choice but to seek a $20 million emergency loan from the state legislature. The loan would be included in a budget package, which the legislature is expected to review for a vote on July 1st. If approved, PUSD will enter state receivership and hand over control of the district to a state-appointed administrator expected to be appointed sometime in July. One of the administrator's main responsibilities will involve trimming $8 million from the district's annual $42 million budget. Any sale of district property will go toward paying back the loan. The state will measure PUSD's progress against a set of 153 standards established by the California State Board of Education, looking into the areas of fiscal management, fiscal and personnel management, student achievement, and governing and community relations. For 6 months, beginning in August, 5 separate teams of experts will conduct an analysis of each criterion and develop a score for the district. The district will undergo the same evaluation annually. Improvement in the scores will determine if and when the state administrator can step back and return day-to-day governance to the school district board. The hope is that the state administrator would be in charge for no more than 3 years, said Mike Fine, CEO of the Fiscal Crisis Management Assistance Team. During that time, there will be a modeling of what good governing is for the board, said Fine. The board will also be required to undergo training. The meeting was attended by only 9 members of the public, but they had several suggestions for the qualities they want to see in a new school administrator, and you can read about those in the article by Lori Simpson at plumasun.org. The district will also be working to get caught up on its audits. At the June 18th board meeting, Heather Rubio of Christy White Certified Public Accountants presented one of the last overdue audits via online Zoom. This one was from the 2023-24 fiscal year. She identified just one finding for the Plumas County Office of Education, a lack of procedures for accounts receivable and payable, but the audit of Plumas Unified School District revealed a number of shortcomings, including no control procedures in place, bank reconciliation that failed to include timely information from the county treasurer to close the books, unclear inventory of the district equipment and assets, lack of control in associated student body funds, construction change orders that were not done correctly, classroom teacher salaries that did not meet the correct 55% of budget, an after-school program that was over the maximum amount of funding according to the audit, a required hearing for instructional materials that did not take place, and a high administration-to-teacher ratio that caused a $132,000 penalty. Stephanie Chateau, the interim chief business officer, said, quote, "The audits are roadmaps for us to fix issues. We work closely with our auditors. The books here have been closed for a couple of years and we cannot change them. We're now on a roadmap to correction." Chateau also stressed that the 2024-25 audit will be on time this year with no extension. Over the past several years, Plumas County has been plagued by multiple vacancies in the county workforce, including at the top levels. In recent months, the Board of Supervisors has narrowed unfilled department head positions to just 2. the County Administrative Officer, and Human Resources Director. On June 17th, the supervisors took steps to fill those remaining vacancies. It took them less than a minute to approve recruitment for a CAO. The unanimous action involved no board discussion, and they also approved advertising for and recruiting an HR director. The CAO position has been vacant since April 15th, when the supervisors voted to end the contract of former CAO Deborah Lucero. They had placed her on paid administrative leave on January 21st. The full-time position is central to county operations and is described in full in a 2022 resolution. The Plumas CAO reports directly to the Board of Supervisors and works closely with other departments, monitoring their operations and coordinating issues with the county supervisors. The CAO is also the county's budgetary officer and monitors state and federal legislative issues relevant to the county. The position starts at a base salary of $75 an hour. The recent history of the HR director position is complicated by terminations and interim appointments. Nancy Selvage held the position until November 17, 2023, when she was indicted on felony charges involving her activity as a department head. The supervisors placed Selvage on paid administrative leave until March 25th, when she entered a no-contest plea to a single criminal charge. She was then terminated as HR director. Following Selvage's criminal indictment, the supervisors appointed Lucero as interim HR director. When they placed Lucero on administrative leave in January, they appointed Joshua Mizrahi as interim director. Mizrahi resigned unexpectedly June 13th, once again leaving the position vacant. Deputy County Counsel Sarah James will serve in the interim until a new HR director is hired, said Board of Supervisors Chair Kevin Goss. During Mizrahi's tenure, many of the county's vacant positions were filled. Plumas County Sheriff Todd Johns praised him for defining the vacant positions, advertising them, and processing applications quickly and efficiently. Mizrahi will continue to serve Plumas County as Assistant Risk Manager. The salary for the HR director position was part of the board's discussion on June 17th. It starts at $50 an hour, and it took a 43% jump in 2022 when the supervisors approved Selvage's recommendation for pay increases for several appointed department head positions, including hers. Since then, the supervisors have made significant changes in wages for Plumas County employees, said James. The county is poised to conduct a comprehensive salary survey, which should clarify the workforce pay scale countywide, said Supervisor Mimi Hall. It would be conducted by an outside entity and would compare current salaries and positions to comparable counties. The salary survey is tentatively scheduled to go to the Board of Supervisors for consideration in July, James said. If approved, it should be completed by December, Goss said. Quote, "This is a county that needs stable leadership," said James. "It's important to know what our comparison counties are paying," unquote. She is actively recruiting for a new county HR director. The Plumas County Sheriff's Office would like local folks to be aware of a scam going on. On June 28th, the Sheriff's Department posted on its Facebook page that they've received multiple reports from Plumas County residents being targeted by a phone scam. Callers are falsely identifying themselves as Under Sheriff Chad Herman and claiming that the person has a warrant for their arrest and then demanding payment to resolve it. This is a scam, and unfortunately, one resident has already fallen victim to it. The Sheriff's Department would like everyone to know that they will never call you to inform you of a warrant. They'll never ask for payment over the phone, by gift card, wire transfer, or any other means. And if you receive one of these calls, you should hang up immediately and don't provide any personal information or financial information. Information on this scam can be shared from the Plumas County Sheriff's Office's Facebook page. And finally, we have a little news about KQNY itself. We have moved our studio to a new location. If you happen by our former studio at 477 Main Street next to the Town Hall Theater in Quincy, you'll notice that our signs are off the windows and the place is empty, but hopefully only temporarily. We moved the whole operation about a block and a half west and up a flight of stairs. And our new studio is located at 525 Main Street, and that's upstairs above the Plumas Arts Gallery. There are many advantages to KQNY to being in the new location, with a major one being that the new place is almost completely soundproof. So hopefully you won't miss hearing big trucks or sirens go by in the middle of a live on-air interview, and I can tell you for sure that we won't miss it. But we're very happy to be in the new space, and we invite you to come up and see us. The studio is going to continue to be open on the first Friday of each month during the art openings at the Plumas Arts Gallery, and we encourage you to come on upstairs and take a look at our new digs. Many thanks to the KQNY volunteers and staff members who helped us accomplish the move, and a big thank you to Plumas Arts for making this move possible and for all the collaboration and support over many years. We're looking forward to many more. And that's it for this edition of KQNY Radio News. Thanks for listening and for supporting the station. We'll see you again soon.
This program is a production of KQNY Community Affairs Programming, and it's powered by the Plumas Sun, a group of Plumas County journalists and organizers committed to providing high-quality, objective coverage of local news. The Plumas Sun and KQNY both depend on community support, so please consider helping us out by going to KQNY919.org and plumassun.org and making a donation. Thank you for helping to keep local news on the web and on the air.